Hi guys, welcome to my show. Please do subscribe if you like what you see. Also get in touch because, why not? Maybe you want something specific about a crime scene that I haven't gone across, or about forensics, or would like an expert to come on. Why not just get in touch with me and I'll see what I can do. Anyway, about today's episode, it's all about crime scene photography. Now before we get into crime scene photography, just remember that this is the basics about what kind of things we look for in a crime scene. This isn't going to teach you how to use that new fancy digital camera, or indeed an old digital camera that, like one I used to use back in the day for CSIing. It's it's one of those things that if you really want to learn how to use a camera well, then you do need to go to an expert and also practice. But anyway, that's not what we're here for. Now, how long are you going to be at a scene to capture all those images? Well, how long's a piece of string? Because you just don't know. Taking pictures and how long it's going to be depends on the size and complication, and if there are other external factors like, is the area dangerous, or is it going to be bad weather coming? There's so many things you just don't know until you get there. But the reason that we do take crime scene photography is to document exactly what's been in the scene, where it is, and where it is in relationship to other things in the scene as well, whether it's obviously connected to the crime or not. Photographs can really aid scientists, investigators, and members of the court in their search for the truth. Now, although I did just say this isn't going to go into how to take a decent photograph, one thing that's really important is to be aware how your camera works, and that is, again, practice. You have to use the aperture, shutter speed, depth of field, and white balance. Now, aperture refers to the size of the opening that lets light into the camera, and shutter speed is how long the opening or shutter remains open. Depth of field is the amount of area in front and behind an object that remains in focus. Lastly, white balance allows the camera to record the proper temperature of light, resulting in an accurate representation of the colour tones of objects in the photographs. There's no point in taking a photo and it looks weirdly coloured, and then when it comes to court, they say that there's some kind of tampering going on. You don't want to be caught up in that court mess. So when you're shooting the scene, you should definitely take photos before anything is disturbed. That's not always super easy because an officer might have gone through the scene, or there could have been a demonstration. But in a perfect world, it would be great if you got to go first. These days, there are a lot of body-worn cameras for officers, so we can see exactly where things were meant to be before they got disturbed. The next thing you need to do is work through the scene from outside all the way to close-up pictures. And close-up images of evidence can be taken way out of context, so establishing the scene first with wide and medium shots is critical. In addition, photographs should be taken looking up from the scene to capture evidence or environmental factors that may be above the scene. Think arson in the ceiling. Pics are needed of all evidence. And we've just gone through that you should take a wide shot of the scene so that people can see exactly where the evidence is in the room. One of the good things about taking all the many photographs is that you can also take a picture of the evidence before you put markers on it or you add any scale, just to show that you haven't tampered with evidence, and then take a picture again with all markers and scales on it. Cover your backs. Now, certain techniques and lenses are used. For example, macro lens is for small objects like bullets, and oblique angle lighting is used to cast shadows on footprints so we can get the right depth of exactly what kind of mark was there. It's usually black and white photos for footprints, instrument marks, and occasionally fingerprints, as it provides greater contrasts, whereas colour is for major crime scenes. Now, as I've already mentioned, many CSIs use digital cameras these days, but that's not an excuse to go and practice with whatever you've got. It's super important that you are fast at what you do and good, and make sure that the quality is always the same, because you just don't know what kind of crime scene you're going to be thrown into. One moment it may be there, the next minute it may be gone. So practice at home, not just for crime scenes, but for fun, because everyone loves a good photo. Pop them on Instagram. And basically that's crime scene photography basics. If you've got any questions, then why not get in touch? Call me. And do subscribe for all of the latest videos. Until next time.